Happy Pioneer Day, third graders. I really wish I could be with you guys today. I would love to see what you look like in your costumes and how the boys are on one side of the room and the girls are on the other side of the room. And I know you're just excited for all the fun that you're going to have today. I've been getting daily updates from Miss Gray on your play practices. I know Miss Arrington worked with you yesterday, so I am trusting that today's play will be fabulous. So just remember, please listen carefully when you're backstage so you can hear your cues and you know when to go on. Don't be nervous because everybody in the audience is already proud of you and they're already excited and know you're going to do well. And don't forget, when you get up there, speak loudly and sing loudly. We want to make sure everybody can hear how hard you've worked and how hard you've practiced. So keep those things in mind and do your very best. And know that I'm thinking of you as I am sitting here at home wishing I could be there to see you in person. So as you know, the reason I'm not there is because little baby Cregan decided to come a whole month early. I was not expecting that at all. But he's here and he's safe and he's healthy, and that's what matters. I'm home because I'm still in a little bit of pain, and baby Cregan needs to get a little stronger before he can come out and meet people. But I'd like to introduce him to you right now if I can. His name is Samuel Flynn Cregan. So here is Flynn. He is 9 days old today. And he's going to help me tell you about Pioneer Day times in America and a little bit about babies back then. You know, at that time, 1 in 4 babies died. That means there were a lot of babies that didn't stay healthy and died before they were 1 year old. And you know what one of the biggest reasons for that was? Is that people didn't know how important it was to be clean. Now, I know things and you know things, like how, you know, it wouldn't be a smart thing for me to bring Flynn to school before the end of the school year because 300 kids and 40 teachers have a lot of germs, and that's not good for a brand new baby. I know things like that, but did you know that pioneers didn't even know how important it was to wash their hands? And they did have cloth diapers way back then, but they didn't realize how important it was to clean those diapers. So a lot of times they would put a baby's dirty diaper out to dry in the sun and then put that same diaper right back on the baby. Once people learned how important it was to be clean, then babies had a much better chance of surviving. You know what? A lot of babies were born along the trail as people took the Oregon Trail and moved west. And in fact, 1 in 5 women who went on the trail were actually pregnant. And a lot of the married women, most of the married women that went already had kids, so they had their hands full. Now, it was hard enough helping Flynn get into the world in a really nice hospital. I can't imagine what it would have been like to have to give birth in the back of a wagon or out on the ground. And remember, the weather could be anything. It could be hot prairie weather, or it could be cold, snowy blizzards like in the Rocky Mountains. You never know when those babies are going to come out. So I'm very thankful I live today with little Flynn. You know what? Flynn and I wanted to tell you one thing about prairie schools before we leave you and you go on to learn about pioneer reading and pioneer math. We wanted to tell you about how schools back then were just one room. And they were full of kids of all different ages and grades, and there was one teacher having to teach all the different subjects to all the different kids. So students had to be particularly well disciplined because the teacher had to work with maybe the third graders while everybody else in the school was working on their own. Now, if kids were not well disciplined, there were some pretty harsh consequences. One was nailing a kid to the wall. A teacher would actually put a nail through a child's hair or through a child's shirt, forcing them to stand on their tiptoes for a very long time. If you got tired of standing on your tiptoes, well, then your hair might get yanked out or your shirt might choke you a little bit. So that was a pretty harsh punishment. Another one was the famous dunce cap. And Flynn is going to model this for you today. Now, a student would wear a dunce hat A student might wear a dunce hat if she or he had not done his homework, or she and he didn't know the right answer to a question. Dunce means stupid, so you would be forced to wear a hat that proclaimed you stupid to the whole rest of the school, and you would stand in front of the classroom to do that. So later today, you will have an opportunity to try on a dunce hat if you want to. I don't think you're stupid at all, but if you want to try out the dunce hat and have your picture taken, that's something you'll get to do later today. So kids, we miss you. We wish you all the best. So good luck with your play. Good luck in the spelling bee. And I hope you have a lot of fun learning about pioneers all day today. Bye, third grade.